My boyfriend refused to acknowledge my daughter existed, and now she asks for him every day. When Adrienne started dating me, he was crystal clear. I don't do kids. My 8-year-old Lila would try to show him her homework, her drawings, tell him about school. He'd literally look through her like she was a ghost. Every morning, she'd bounce downstairs in her unicorn pajamas, excited to see him. "Good morning, Adrienne," she'd chirp. He'd grab his coffee and walk past her without a word. She'd deflate a little, but try again the next day. I should have ended it right there, but I was lonely. 3 years of single motherhood had worn me down, and Adrienne was charming when it was just us. He'd bring flowers, plan romantic dinners, make me feel like a woman instead of just a tired mom. But the moment Lila entered the room, it was like a switch flipped. Stone cold silence. Lila started leaving little notes on his car windshield. "Have a good day at work," with smiley faces drawn in crayon. He'd crumple them up and throw them in our garbage can. I watched from the kitchen window, my heart breaking for her. She'd ask me constantly, "Why doesn't Adrienne like me? Did I do something wrong?" I ran out of excuses to make for him. Then Lila got sick, really sick. What started as a cough turned into pneumonia that landed her in the hospital for a week. Her tiny body hooked up to machines, struggling to breathe. I lived in that hospital room, sleeping in the uncomfortable chair, feeding her ice chips, reading her favorite books. Adrienne visited once for 10 minutes, spent the whole time checking his phone, then complained I was choosing her over him. When I stayed another night instead of coming home for his birthday dinner, he lost it. "This is ridiculous. Kids get sick, they get better. You're being dramatic." The day Lila came home, pale and weak, still coughing, Adrienne was packing his stuff, his clothes folded neatly into his expensive suitcase. "This isn't working," he said without looking at me. "I didn't sign up to compete with a kid for attention. Call me when you're done playing mommy full time." He grabbed his keys, kissed my cheek like nothing happened, and walked out, just like that. 6 months of my life gone, but he left his favorite hoodie behind, the soft blue one he wore constantly, the one that always smelled like his cologne. 2 weeks later, while cleaning my closet, Lila found it buried under my sweaters. She pulled it out, held it to her nose, and something in her face just lit up. "This smells like him," she whispered, "like the man who lived here." Before I could stop her, she put it on. It swallowed her tiny frame, sleeves hanging past her hands, hem dragging on the floor, but she wouldn't take it off. She wore it to breakfast, to the playground, even tried to wear it to school before I convinced her to save it for home. When I asked why, she looked at me with those big brown eyes and said, "It makes me feel like I have a daddy." That broke me completely. She'd been pretending Adrienne was her father figure this whole time, even though he'd treated her like she was invisible. In her mind, his indifference was still better than the absence left by her real father, who'd walked out when she was 2. Now every single morning, she comes downstairs wearing that oversized hoodie and asks the same question: "When is Adrienne coming back home?" I tried explaining that sometimes adults make mistakes, that some people aren't ready to be part of a family, but she's 8. She doesn't understand why someone would choose to leave. She keeps his hoodie folded carefully on her pillow every night. Sometimes I catch her talking to it, telling it about her day at school, asking it if she was good enough. Last week, she drew a picture of our family, me, her, and a tall figure in a blue hoodie with no face. When her teacher asked about it, Lila said, "That's my maybe daddy. He's thinking about coming back." Yesterday, she found one of his old coffee mugs in the back of our cabinet and set it out on the counter next to mine. "For when he comes home," she explained matter-of-factly. The cruelest part? She's grieving someone who never even saw her as human. She's mourning a relationship that only existed in her imagination. Adrienne moved on immediately. I saw him on social media with a woman who has no kids, traveling to places he used to say we'd visit someday. But my daughter still waits by the window every evening, wrapped in his forgotten hoodie, asking when the man who never loved her is coming home.